Hi, hello everybody. This is a short presentation on the Hopedale Place Names Project that hopefully you can watch online if you're seeing this. And so my name is Sarah Robinson, and this is part of my master's project, and I'm joined here with Nicholas and Jacinda. So we're just going to go over a bit about the project for your information. So we're going to go over who each of us are, what's the purpose of the project, what exactly the project is, then some of the kind of nitty-gritty details of it. And we have this as an open discussion, so you can comment or send us a message for your questions or anything else that you want to add to the discussion. This part doesn't apply, I guess, for notes we'll be taken during the meeting, but all right, let's get started. So, like I said, my name is Sarah Robinson. I have a Bachelor of Science in Archaeology from Trent University, Peterborough, Ontario, and I'm currently doing my Master's of Arts in Archaeology at Memorial University, and this is part of my master's thesis project. I'm originally from Calgary, Alberta, and I got an interest in oral history and place names from the Indigenous courses I took at Trent University, which really showed me the wealth and depth of knowledge that is in oral history and place names and how that can be useful to communities.
Good morning, everyone. Atiga Nicholas Flowers, 18 na Nikiari Havunga, Amma Hopedale Miungubunga. My name is Nicholas Flowers, and I'm from Hopedale, Labrador, and I'm 18 years old. And also, I'm really excited because this summer I'll be the Senior Research Assistant with the Summer Place Names Project, working with Sarah and Jacinda. And I'm currently studying environmental science at Grenfell Campus, Memorial University. I finished my first year of studies online this past year here in Hopedale, and next year I'll be heading out to Corner Brook in September, so I'm really excited to continue with environmental science. I'm also very passionate and interested in learning and continuing to learn Inuktitut, and I'm really excited because I think it's so important for everyone in the community to have equal access to learning Inuktitut, and someday one of my long-term dreams are possibly becoming an Inuktitut teacher. I love to spend time with elders to share stories about the land, and I love also going in the kayak to go for a paddle, and I love going camping, going to the cabin, and also spending time out on the land to reflect on who our roots are, but also to practice a traditional lifestyle and to harvest in the different seasons.
Hi everyone, my name is Jacinda. I'm also part of this team, and I'll be helping Sarah and Nicholas this summer. I am a current grad student at Memorial University. Like Sarah, I work with Dr. Lisa Rankin. Before that, I grew up in Winnipeg. Some of you might recognize me. I was in Hopedale previously doing my own research. That was in 2017 and 2018. In 2017, we excavated a couple of small area near the Mission building. We also did an excavation at Harmakaluk. And in 2018, we were excavating again in town in a couple of spots. And my research that I did at that time was about the pre-Moravian Inuit settlements at Avertok and about the impact of the excavation that was done in 1934 by Junius Bird. I'm very excited to be back in Hopedale. I didn't think I would get a chance this year with everything that's gone on, but I'm really glad to be here.
Great, thanks, Jacinda. So yeah, I'll go over quickly the purpose of the project. The reason why we're here is really to help in the creation of culturally relevant map-based resources for Hopedale. And what that really means is to appreciate that there's a great richness of oral history and traditional knowledge, and also personal memories that are associated with specific places around Hopedale, and we really want to create ways to share that history and knowledge in a way that brings together elders and youth in the community so that everybody can learn about these places and appreciate them. And to really celebrate Inuit culture here in Hopedale. Nicholas, do you want to kind of start by talking about what we got here?
So this map here is from Google Earth, and it's based on personal interests that I've had over the last few years. Growing up, I've always loved to learn about the traditional Inuktitut places of the land, mainly because when we go out on the land to hunt or to fish or to go berry picking or even to go to the cabin, we come across many places where it's a great opportunity to share stories and to share about what the translated place names mean. And it's very, very interesting and important for youth and everyone in the community to have access to learn what the places are and where they're located. And this project here, of course, was based on personal interests over the last few years. And in May this past year, I visited Ian Winters at the Nunavut Government Office, and he was very generous to share with me some of the places that he was taught by his family. And I was very grateful because this was very important to know that I would have access to places to continue learning and sharing in the future with youth, and possibly even sharing with children at the school, or even someday down the road with my children in the future. And I was really excited to know that Sarah and Jacinda will be coming to work on place names so that this personal interest project could turn into a larger scale project for the entire community to learn. And I think it's really awesome that we're working, of course, in partnership with the Nunavut government on this as well, and Memorial University, and it's definitely going to be really interesting. So this is a snapshot of some of the places right near Hopedale, and so far we have a nice view to start, but we'll be using other resources such as Our Footprints Are Everywhere from Carol Bryce Bennett to use as a guideline. And it's certainly going to be an interesting discussion, talking to elders and people in the community who often go on the land and have stories to share.
All right, thanks. And what we see here is a little bit of the place names work that I've started as well. Like Nicholas said, a lot of these names come from the Our Footprints Are Everywhere research, and as you can see, I have a few different map resources overlaid underneath them. So it's really a combination of knowledge. And what I really want to stress is there's a lot of names on this map, but we're really in this research wanting to go for kind of quality instead of the quantity of names. So we're really looking to hear memories and personal experiences of the specific place names to kind of give a depth to the knowledge that we're gaining that makes each of these places more than just a dot on a map or just a name, and an actual place to be experienced and appreciated. And so to get to what will actually happen in this project, we're looking to conduct recorded interviews about these place names at the actual location with elders and knowledge holders, and we're inviting some youth to come along with us on that. And we're really just going to talk to elders and knowledge holders that are interested about what these places mean to them and what they want to share about each of these locations with the community. And so at each location as well, we'd be taking a few GPS points to be able to map these locations. And ultimately, this information is going to be used to create meaningful resources for Hopedale. And so that's not going to be determined by us as archaeologists, but we really want to hear what you guys think would be good for learning in the community. This could be anything like maps or books or resources for schools, anything really that you can think of. we've heard some ideas of creating kind of "You Are Here" maps or larger maps around the community to kind of showcase some of these place names. But yeah, we're really interested in hearing what other people have for ideas for this and what would make it most useful and relevant for the community. All right, and yeah, Nicholas, you want to kind of talk about what we were doing here?
So this was 2 days ago. On this very hot day, we went for a walk up to the top of the American base here in Hopedale. And we really wanted to get an overlook of the community and the islands surrounding Hopedale. And it certainly was a beautiful day for that, because we could take a look all around and automatically the maps that we read and look at come to life. And you can get to see all of the islands. And in this picture here in the corner, Sarah and I are looking out, and I was explaining some of the Hopedale place names that I was taught growing up on the islands. And we also got to test out the equipment for recording and the technology aspect of the interview, and everything worked out well. And once we got home, we were able to transcribe our interview, and we're still in the process of working on that. So as we were looking out, we also looked in all directions from the south to the north and even a bit to the west. And this information was sort of, well, a lot of the information that I learned came from Our Footprints Are Everywhere, but also learning from my father and from family and friends and community members. So it's really fun and interesting to share this information, but also to know that this information can then be broadcasted to the community and shared with youth so that it may be potentially taught in schools in the future.
Cool, thanks so much. All right. And yeah, to kind of give you information about the specific details of how this project is going to work, based on our funding package, we're able to offer a $50 honorarium for each interviewee that we interview with. And if you're unable or do not want to actually do the interview at the place name location, we're very open to having the interview at any indoor location or really anywhere that you would like that is comfortable for you and that you would like to talk about place names and your experience about them. And also, if you would like to go out on the land and if you would like to use your own transportation to get there, so boat or vehicle or whatever, we're able to offer $150 for driving services and also $50 for gas to get to the location. So really, we'd just like to invite elders and knowledge holders for a day out on the land, and we'll pay for your services. And yes, these interviews could take between 1 or 2 hours. And yeah, so if you're interested, please you can contact me on Facebook or email me. I'll put my email down in the comments. And yeah, we'd love to get some interviews organized with elders and knowledge holders to get out on the land here. So please let us know. All right, and also we'd like you to participate in the comments here if you're able to, or again, send me a message. If you have any questions at all about the project or how it will run, I'd love to answer those. And we'd also want to hear, like we said, what results do you want from this project? What would be most useful for the community? Is it maps? Is it books? Yeah, we'd really enjoy that. And also, we'd really like your input on how this project is actually run. If you have any ideas that you think could improve how we're going about this project, we'd love to hear that as well. Yeah, so basically we just want community input on all aspects of this. Yeah. All right, so thank you for listening to this. Hopefully it was beneficial to you. And yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nakumik, and we'll be here in town for most of the summer, so there's no rush for an interview. If July doesn't work, we'll still be here in August.
All right, thank you everybody.
Yeah.